The QUTUB Minar, also spelled as QUTUB Minar and QUTUB Minar, is a minaret and a victory tower that forms part of the QUTUB complex. It is a UNESCO World Heritage Site in Mehrali area of New Delhi, India. It is one of the most visited tourist spots in the city due to it being one of the earliest that survives in the Indian subcontinent. The Victory Tower is a symbol of the synthesis of traditional Islamic architecture and Southwestern Asian design. Elizabeth Lambourne's Islam Beyond Empires, Mosque and Islamic Landscape in India and the Indian Ocean Studies, the introduction of Islamic in South Asia and how the religion influenced the Islamic religious architecture. The QUTUB Minar was built over the ruins of Lal Kot, the citadel of Dilika. QUTUB Minar was begun after the Quwat al-Islam Mosque, which was started around 1192 by Qutbuddin Aibak, first ruler of the Delhi Sultanate. The construction of the QUTUB Minar was planned and financed by an Afghani tribe, the Ghurids, who immigrated to India and brought Islam with them. The Ghurids, historically known as the Shansabanis, were a clan of Tajik origin that hailed from Ghur, the mountainous region of modern-day Western Afghanistan. The QUTUB Minar consists of 5 stories of red and grey sandstone. The lowest, also known as the basement story, was completed during the lifetime of Ghiyat al-Din Muhammad, a sultan during the Ghurid dynasty. It is usually thought that the tower is named for Qutbuddin Aibak, who began it. It is also possible that it is named after Khwaja Qutbuddin Bakhtiyar Kaki, a 13th century Sufi saint, because Shamsuddin Iltutmish was a devotee of his. The height of the QUTUB Minar is 72.5 meters, making it the tallest minaret in the world built of bricks. The tower tapers has 14.3 meters, 47 feet base diameter, reducing to 2.7 meters, 9 feet at the top of the peak. It contains a spiral staircase of 379 steps. The whole tower contains a spiral staircase of 379 steps. At the foot of the tower in Quwat al-Islam Mosque, the minar tilts just over 65 centimeters from the vertical, which is considered to be within safe limits. QUTUB Minar was an inspiration and prototype for many minarets and towers built. The Chand Minar and Mint QUTUB Minar bear resemblance to the QUTUB Minar and inspired from it. The Alai Minar is an unfinished tower in the QUTUB complex, construction of which was started by Alauddin Khilji. After Khilji had doubled the size of the Quwat al-Islam Mosque, he he decided to construct a tower which would be twice the height of QUTUB Minar. Construction of the Alai Minar came to a halt in 1316 following the death of Alauddin Khilji. Today, the Alai Minar, a massive red rubble structure, stands at a height of 2.5 meters. In 1505, an earthquake damaged QUTUB Minar. It was repaired by Sikandar Lodi. On 1st September 1803, a major earthquake caused serious damage. Major Robert Smith of the British Indian Army renovated the tower in 1828 and installed a pillared cupola over the 5th story, creating a 6th. The 2nd, 3rd, and 4th stories were erected by Shamsuddin Iltutmish, the first Muslim sovereign to rule from Delhi. He is considered to be the first of the Delhi Sultan dynastic line. The 2nd and 3rd stories are also revetted with 12 semicircular and 12 flanged pilasters that are placed in alternating order. These red sandstone columns are also separated by flanges and story balconies, carried on Murkhana's corbels. Prior to its reconstruction and reduction, the 4th story was also decorated with semicircular pilasters. It was reconstructed in white marble and it is relatively plain. Shamsuddin Iltutmish was the 3rd of the Mamluk kings who ruled the former Ghurid territories in northern India. He was the first Muslim to sovereign to rule from Delhi and is thus considered the effective founder of the Delhi Sultanate. The tomb of Iltutmish QUTUB Minar complex was built in 1235 AD. It is situated just outside the northwest corner of QUTUB Islam, near the QUTUB Minar. The central one of these is located higher than the other two and is profusely decorated with marble. Inside the tomb of Iltutmish, there are 3 prayer niches. This tomb is quite simple, but its entrance is intricately carved with geometrical and Arabesque patterns, which make it a beautiful example of India's heritage to the world. Basically, the area surrounding the QUTUB Minar is called QUTUB Complex. In 1369, the 4th story was repaired after a lightning struck the minaret. During reconstruction, Sultan Firuz Shah Tughlaq elected to reduce the size of the 4th story and then separated it into 2 stories. QUTUB Islam Mosque, built in 1192 to 1316, was sponsored by Qutbuddin Aibak, founder of the Mamluk dynasty. The QUTUB Islam is best known for its Tower of Victory, celebrating the Muslim conquest of India. It is also known as Rai Pithora Ka Mahal. Located to the northeast of QUTUB Minar, it was built by Qutbuddin Aibak in 1198 AD. It is the earliest extant mosque built by the Delhi Sultans. It consists of a rectangular courtyard enclosed by cloisters erected with carved columns and architectural members of 27 Hindu and Jaina temples, which were demolished by Qutbuddin Aibak as recorded in his inscription on the main entrance. There are also 6 horizontal bands with inscriptions inscribed in Nusk, a style of Islamic calligraphy on this story. The inscriptions are as follows: Quran Surah 2 verses 255-60, Quran Surah 59 verses 22-23, and attributes of God. The name and titles of Ghiyat al-Din, Quran Surah 47 verses 1-6, the name and titles of Mu'izz al-Din, and Quranic quotations, and the following titles in this much restored inscription: the armor and most glorious and great commander of the army. This level also has inscriptions and praising of Muhammad of Ghor, the Sultan of Ghurids. Alai Darwaza is a southern gateway of QUTUB Islam Mosque in Qutub Complex, Mehrauli, Delhi, India. Built by Sultan Alauddin Khilji in 1311 and made of red sandstone, it is a square-domed gatehouse with arched entrances and houses a single chamber. It has a special significance in Indo-Islamic architecture as the first Indian monument to be built using Islamic methods of construction and ornamentation, and is a World Heritage Site.
If you like my vlog for today, please share, subscribe, and make the black thumb blue, and comment down below.